One trick to understanding fast Spanish without having to ask ¿qué? 100 times. Hola amigos, soy Adriana con Spanish 55 y hoy tengo una pregunta para ustedes. How many of you have been in a Spanish conversation and it's like words are coming at you at 1,000 miles per hour? You're just standing there nodding and thinking, ¿qué? 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 Over and over again. I'm gonna share with you the one trick that'll help you finally understand fast Spanish without constantly having to ask ¿qué? And this trick is called chunking. And no, we're not chopping up salsa here. It's about listening smarter. Ready? Babs, what is chunking? Chunking is basically how Spanish speakers group words together when they talk. We don't say one word at a time like robots. Instead, we connect words naturally, like in a flow. Kind of like in English, when you say, you know what? Or I don't know, instead of I don't know, or I do not know. For example, instead of saying yo tengo que ir, I have to go, we say tengo que ir, or I gotta go. It's smooth, connected, and way faster. Now, let's look at some other common chunks you'll hear all of the time. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? No pasa nada. Pasa nada. It's no big deal. ¿Me ayudas? ¿Me ayudas? Can you help me? When you start listening to these phrases instead of every individual word, everything suddenly makes a lot more sense. Trust me, guys, this one simple mindset shift is a game changer. Before we keep going, let me remind you that if you're serious about learning Spanish, but maybe you feel a little tired of the same old methods, you can always book a free consultation with Spanish 55 today. Our coaches can help you master chunking and finally feel confident in your Spanish. You can find the link in the description below and it's completely free, no strings attached. Now, let's get to the most important part. Why does Spanish feel so fast? Alright guys, here's the thing. Spanish feels so fast because we naturally connect words that go together. Think about sentences like this. Ya te había dicho. Ya te había dicho. I had already told you. Voy a la tienda. Voy a la tienda. I'm going to the store. Creo que sí. Creo que sí. I think so. If you're not used to it, these phrases just blur together. But if you recognize them as chunks the first time you see them and start getting familiar with the whole phrase, you'll catch the meaning without feeling overwhelmed. Let me show you what I mean. ¿Ya te había dicho que voy a la tienda? ¿Qué? Perdón. ¿Qué? ¿Ya te había dicho que voy a la tienda? Ah, creo que sí. The key is to stop trying to catch every word and start catching the phrases. Once you get this down, it'll be like you're finally hearing the language and not just random sounds. How to train your ear. Okay guys, so how do you actually practice chunking? Start by slowing things down. Use tools like videos and podcasts and focus on recognizing phrases, not every single word. For example, take this sentence. Voy a preparar la cena. I'm going to make dinner. Break it into chunks. Voy a, I'm going to, preparar la cena, make dinner. And voila, you're processing Spanish like a native would. Oh, and bonus tip, pay attention to filler words like pues, entonces, or este. These are your best friends because they give you time to catch up during a conversation. Filler words in English are the words like so, like, and all right. If you want to learn more Spanish filler words, check out our link here in the description for a video on this topic. Avoid these embarrassing Spanish conversation mistakes. Alright guys, here's the bottom line. Understanding fast Spanish isn't about catching every single word. It's about recognizing the rhythm of the language and listening for those chunks that give you the big picture. So next time you're in a Spanish conversation and someone asks, ¿entendiste? You'll confidently say, sí, claro. Now go out there and start practicing chunking. And remember, Spanish 55 is here to help you if you need any extra guidance. Oh, and check out the Conquering Spanish podcast for even more tips, tricks, and fun stories. Adios, chicos.